Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. I am Lauren Conlin from Los Angeles Magazine. Welcome to our live stream this morning or this afternoon, depending on where you are. Nick Reiner has his third arraignment today at Los Angeles Superior Court. And look, I am not certain if the judge is going to allow the cameras in the courtroom. I have everything ready and set up. Last time, it was so fast. I mean, it happened, gosh, within, I think, like 5 minutes, the arraignment was done. Hang on, I'm gonna pull up the outside for now so you guys can see it.
102 and 103. Can I do levels with you guys real quick?
Let me move this. I mean, we are expecting his attorney, Kimberly Greene, to speak afterwards, but again, you never really know anything here. But okay, third time is a charm for Nick Reiner. I think that a lot of experts, you know what, let me turn down the volume here. There's not really much going on, but yeah, just in case. So the experts that I have spoken to as of this morning, number one, our favorite, Mark Garagos, he does believe that a plea of not guilty by reason of insanity will be entered this morning. He did add that if he was Nick Reiner's attorney, he would enter basically a competency plea, which is a 1368. And that kind of means that he's not really entirely sure his client is even fit to stand trial. And I think that he kind of took that from, if you listen to one of the later episodes of Two Angry Men about the Nick Reiner case, Harvey and Mark said that their source told them that Nick was having these meetings, you know, with staff and with his attorneys, and he kind of looked like a puppy dog, like meaning like he didn't really know what was going on. There were also reports that he knew what he did, but he didn't necessarily understand why he was in custody. He kind of said people were out to get him, which again is why Mark kind of said, you know, if this was my client, I don't know if I would think that he is mentally competent to stand trial, because the defendant has to be able to sort of assist with their own defense, right? And so if you are going to sit there and be like, well, you know, the voices told me to do it type of thing, I mean, yeah, I don't know if you would necessarily be competent to stand trial either. I guess we'll wait and see. So what's going to happen today, again, if there is not any type of continuance, is that his lawyer, Kimberly Greene, and Nick Reiner will show up in court. Arraignments are less than 5 minutes sometimes. I mean, Stefan Diggs, we were in and out within 5 minutes. So all they have to do really is enter a plea. However, this could be the time where Kimberly Greene starts to set the stage for not guilty by reason of insanity here, because, you know, again, she's not required to do so, but you never know if they wait too long or too far in this process. I mean, a judge could be like, okay, cool. Well, why didn't you say this before? Why didn't you bring up the competency or the insanity before? I mean, again, they're not required to do that today, but they could to set the stage here. So we'll wait and see. I'm going to continue to sort of look around. And Dizzy, I'm so glad you're here. If you could also do the same for me. Dizzy is the best mod. She's my mod on my old Pop Crime TV channel. And so I'm so happy to have her here. If you could just take a second to just look at other channels just to make sure they are not streaming from inside of the courtroom. That's what I'm trying to do, because again, last time it happened so quickly. I was able to sort of, switch over, but it was, again, it's less than 5 minutes. So I don't want to miss anything. And the first time, I believe, it was the first arraignment, they were allowed to stream from inside the courtroom, but the defense did not want the cameras on Nick Reiner. They only wanted the cameras on, you know, the judge or the lawyer. And so last time it basically was Alan Jackson doing all the talking, and Kimberly Greene, we saw her. Again, we saw the judge, so we just didn't see Nick Reiner. So, all right. Hey, Sal, how's it going? Hey, Stay. Hope you're having a better afternoon than morning. All right. I'm keeping an eye on this. Yeah, so far nothing. And also in Los Angeles, the arraignments, they happen between 8:30 and 11:30 a.m. So, I mean, I'm thinking that I believe he went in around 9. That's what one of my my sources had said to me. Yeah, Dizzy, they are. It's interesting. And also I had turned it on, and okay, good, Stay. I had turned this on, and I did see cameras following somebody inside, but I didn't see who that was, and I wasn't even sure if this was pertaining to Nick or not. I don't think it was, because if you follow me on X, you will also see that Los Angeles Superior Court has another pretty big trial today, which is the Kanye West trial, his civil trial. That is supposed to start at 10 a.m. So yeah, that's interesting. Also, I am not necessarily sure that Kanye will show up for his trial. There have been some rumors possibly that he's going to settle last minute, because he hasn't exactly been present for any of the hearings. I mean, and Kanye's docket, I mean, it's full. They've been going through all this stuff and back and forth getting ready for this trial for 2 years. So the last filing I saw was that Kanye's defense team wanted the jury slips updated or something like that, or adjusted, and they were. So who knows? But yeah, there's a lot going on in LA today. Dizzy, I wouldn't be surprised if Kanye settles either, just to not go to court. And you know, this guy is saying, Tony Saxon is his name. He's saying that Kanye owes him upwards of $1 million based on, you know, payments he was owed, and he said that he was fired for retaliation and saying he had an injury. And I just think it's so funny, because people like with Reiner, we're still waiting. His arraignment could be happening anywhere between 8:30 and 11:30 a.m. PST. So we are waiting. But yeah, it's like Kanye says, "Oh, I'm a billionaire. I'm a billionaire." And I mean, I don't know if he is, but I think his net worth is like 500 million or something like that. But he has said, self-proclaimed, he's a billionaire. But you know, you can't pay your employees. I don't know. I heard the same about Diddy as well. That Diddy, you know, and I witnessed it inside the courtroom, that he had a hard time paying people. And you're just like, really? You've got so much money. Why are you so cheap? I also want to know with Kanye, the guy, Tony Saxon, basically he was going directly to Kanye West as this project manager and everything. And I just was kind of wondering, why is there not a middleman or an assistant or somebody in between? Why is this guy going to Kanye saying, you know, you owe me this, you know, this is what's happening? I always thought there would be, someone in between there, but who knows? All right. Nothing with Reiner yet. Let's see. I'm going to search. I'm going to open a different YouTube right now, just so I don't lose that we have up. Yeah, nobody. Oh, wait, what is this? Was this the same? Oh, yeah, it's the same one. I'm like, wait, what's happening? What's happening? Just a different shot. Different shot. Yeah. And so the people also that I've spoken to, they are not sure if we will be able to see inside the courtroom either. So again, we will just we'll stay on top of this. I mean, I have to say, thinking about this, I think that what's really imperative also for Nick Reiner and for his case, I think is going to be, and if you guys remember when Alan Jackson sort of gave the case over to Kimberly Greene, he made the comment, what's going on here? Oh, are they coming out? Let's see. Sorry. I feel like there's some running going on. Let's see. I'll keep that on for a second. Alan Jackson made made requests about body attachments for witnesses. And if you're not familiar with body attachments, those are for, local witnesses basically that are not complying with a subpoena to come into court as to testify or to, obviously to be as a witness. And so my initial thought was, oh my gosh, these have to be party goers from Conan O'Brien's party. They have to be celebrities who are like, we don't want to get involved with this. We don't want anything to do with this. This is just, it's a lot. So I was thinking that what could be very imperative to Nick's defense, the insanity plea or his mental health here, is how he was acting at the party, which reportedly, we don't know the exact timeline yet because there's so much we don't know, but the way he was acting at the party, did it look like he was having this mental break? Did he look like he was mentally disturbed, that something was not right with him? Did he have any type of explosive meltdowns at the party besides what we know about yelling at his dad or Bill Hader saying, can you kind of step back? We're having a conversation. Like, we don't know what his reactions were to that. What's going on? I don't know. I would like to know that as well, because this is really important, I feel like, to his defense, because again, these are the hours leading up to the killings of his parents. And I think that's something that the prosecutors are going to argue. And I've already seen people argue this as well. And I think it can go, I can see the argument for both sides, but basically people are saying, well, he knew better. He knew better to flee the scene. Like, he knew what he did was wrong. So he left to go to a hotel. He left to go to this gas station. I mean, I've heard commentary that because he was in a gas station buying a drink, like, he knew what he was doing. And that means he wasn't necessarily crazy. And I'm like, well, I don't know about that, but I can see the argument. And I also learned that he didn't always sleep at the home. So him going to a hotel, that didn't necessarily mean, I guess, that he knew what he did was wrong. That was just sort of part of his lifestyle. He would stay at his parents', he would go to a hotel, he would come back. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to text one of my sources to see if they have heard anything. About inside the courtroom, or again, they could have those pool cameras and they might not be airing it until after. We're not sure. So let's see. Okay. All right, let's see here. So I'm very interested to see how this is all going to play out. And also Mark Garagos, who again I spoke to this morning, I said, well, what do you think? Do you think that Nick Reiner is going to keep Kimberly Greene as his attorney, or do you think that he's going to hire someone else and then the can's going to be kicked down the road further? And Garagos said, no, I do believe that he is going to keep Kimberly Greene as his attorney. So, for whatever that's worth, I mean, I would think so as well at this point. And I know that there is still so much mystery surrounding Alan Jackson as to why he left. I think I'm under the impression at this point that it was money to a degree, especially if the Reiner family is like, okay, this is going to be Nick's life forever, these padded walls or behind bars or whatever, whatever their mindset was. I think, maybe Alan Jackson's fees just didn't seem like money well spent, although there's all these rumors about Nick not having access to the trust. And then someone will say, well, he has a trust from his grandfather, Carl Reiner. And it's like, for me, it's like, I'm not there. I'm not a part of his family. So I totally hear all the arguments. I really do. I'm just not sure. So, okay, this source has not heard if there will be cameras inside the courtroom. He thinks there will be, but not sure about it being live. So I guess we'll just keep an eye out.
That was the day I.
All right. Just pinning. Hi, guys. I'll make this bigger. Sorry about that. And then I'll keep searching. Yeah, so far.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Nothing.
Hey guys, the DA is hopefully going to be out here soon. 10 minutes? I don't know.
Oh.
Complete guess. Hey guys, who is
the DA is coming in 10 minutes, I guess. So that must mean it's going on now, and we're not.
Oh, hey Ellie. I was just going to give you a heads up that the DA. So court's over. I just put out some notes. The DA is expected to speak downstairs.
Oh, wow. Court's over. Okay, so we didn't get to see it. That's interesting. But the DA is going to make some statements.
Louis got a camera on it, but
I'm
we
going
don't
to tell.
have a live view on it because the live view's over at the live location. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah, if you could roll on that.
Okay, so the DA is coming to speak. Let's see what went down. I'm going to try to see if I can figure anything else out while we're waiting. Oh gosh, I wonder. It's very clear if you watched some of the prior statements from Nathan Hochman in his office, they definitely don't think that Nick Reiner was mentally disturbed. They think this is just pure evil. I mean, and I go back and forth. You can be mentally disturbed, right? But man, from what we know about these killings, they were brutal. I mean, like very, very, very bad. Very, very one of my sources had said, and I gotta just say this, I don't want to be insensitive, and I'm not trying to, I guess, be overly graphic, but the state of Rob and Michelle's bodies, apparently, I mean, it was almost as if Nick did this. And I hate saying it like this, but this is just how brutal it was, which is why it's kind of like, if someone is going to plead not guilty by reason of insanity, you better be effing crazy, because this is what their bodies look like, your own parents. I mean, again, it was almost as if it was like the stab and the pullback or something, if you know what I'm talking about. And there was just so many stab wounds, just so many. So again, it's almost like if this is your plea, this is an unspeakable crime, So you better have a good case. You better have a good case is all I'm saying. All right. So we are expecting the DA's office to come out. At this point, I am searching again for just other pool cameras that may have been inside the courtroom, but I don't think that happened this time around. Listen, maybe this public defender is different, and she's like, no, we don't want any cameras in here, which yeah, it's up to the judge, the judge's discretion, but you never know. Oh, I wish I was there so badly. Oh, wait. What's going on? Here we go. Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kimberly Greene, Deputy Public Defender, on behalf of Mr. Reiner. He's present in court in custody.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Barely hear this, but
Thank you, and good morning to each of you. Good morning, Mr. Reiner. And
we can see.
How would you like to proceed at this time, counsel? The court has, and I'll just make a record, we addressed the request for media coverage off the record. court just orders that there's no live streaming and no live transport, no live transmission, and no filming of anyone in the gallery.
We'd like to go forward with the arraignment at this time.
Thank you. And on behalf of Mr. Reiner, do you waive full reading of the complaint, advisement of rights, including armed forces and veterans' rights, enter a plea of not guilty, denying any and all special allegations, enhancements, and priors?
Yes, Your Honor.
A plea of not guilty is entered on behalf of Mr. Reiner. Counsel's requesting
April 29th as 0:30.
April 29th, 2026 as a 0 of 30 calendar days.
Yes.
And may I take a waiver from your client at this
Yes,
time?
Your
Mr. Reiner, you are entitled to a speedy preliminary hearing. That's a preliminary hearing within 10 court days and 60 calendar days of your arraignment. Your arraignment is today. Do you understand, waive, and give up those rights so that your matter may be continued to April 29th, 2026 as a 0 of 30 calendar days, with the understanding that your preliminary hearing may commence within 30 calendar days of April 29th? And does counsel join in that waiver?
I do.
The court finds that Mr. Reiner has made a knowing and intelligent waiver of his right to a speedy preliminary hearing within 10 court days and 60 calendar days, and that his counsel of record joins in that waiver. Defendant agrees that the next court date of April 29th, 2026 is a 0 of 30 calendar days. The matter is assigned to, for all purposes, by the supervising judge of the criminal master calendar. The matter is assigned to, for all purposes, to Judge Sam Oda in Department 108. Counsel reserve on bail?
Yes, Your Honor.
Or it's bail set at no bail? Anything further in this case?
Yes, for the record, Your Honor, people have turned over to the defense the large bulk of discovery. We are still waiting word from the coroner's office that they completed the autopsy report. As soon as we get it, we will turn it over from the defense as well as any other discovery that comes in.
Thank you. Anything further?
Your Honor, I addressed with the court the issue of the outstanding SCTs. We're asking that those be withdrawn at this time.
And those subpoenas, as referenced by the defense, are withdrawn, ordered withdrawn.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything further?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Um,
Copy, as this is a special circumstances case.
No, he put that. Just as a backup, one more, or more than one.
okay, they should be speaking outside. This is Reuters that we're on. Okay. I'm shook that we just saw Nick Reiner. What? Literally, I can't believe we saw him on camera. Note, Sal, so the judge made a reference to just his right to a speedy trial. The next hearing is not until April 29th. That's what the judge said. So the judge was ensuring that he understood, he does have a right to a speedy trial, XYZ, but you are waiving that right because of, XYZ. And
the court has, and I'll just make a record, we addressed the request for media coverage off the record. Court just orders that there's no live streaming and no live transport, no live transmission, and no filming of anyone in the gallery.
We'd like to go forward with the arraignment at this time.
Thank you. And on behalf of
Why are they
Mr.
playing
Reiner,
it again?
do you waive full reading of the complaint, advisement of rights, including armed forces and veterans' rights.
let me just make
and
sure
a
no
plea
one
of
else.
Not guilty, denying any and all special allegations, enhancements, and priors.
Yes, Your Honor.
A plea of not guilty is entered on behalf of Mr. Reiner. Counsel's requesting
All right.
April 29th as 0:30.
April 29th, 2026 as a 0 of 30
They're
calendar
playing
days.
this again. I'm just making sure that they're not outside
And
yet. So go ahead.
may I take a waiver from your client at this
Yes,
time?
Your
Mr. Reiner, you are entitled to a speedy preliminary hearing. That's a preliminary hearing within 10 court days and 60 calendar days of your arraignment. Your arraignment is today. Do you understand, waive, and give up those rights so that your matter may be continued to April 29th, 2026 as a 0 of 30 calendar days, with the understanding that your preliminary hearing may commence within 30 calendar days of April 29th? And does counsel join in that waiver?
I do.
The court finds that Mr. Reiner has made a knowing and intelligent waiver of his right to a speedy preliminary hearing within 10
Knowing
court
an
days and 60
intelligent
calendar days,
waiver. I
and
mean,
that his counsel of record joins in that waiver. Defendant agrees that the next court date of April 29th, 2026 is a 0 of 30 calendar days. The matter is assigned to, for all purposes, by the supervising judge of the criminal master calendar. The matter is assigned to, for all purposes, to Judge Sam Oda in Department 108. Counsel reserve on bail?
Yes, Your Honor.
Or it's bail, Senate, no bail.
Then I'll watch this
Anything further
again.
on this case?
Yes, for the record, Your Honor, people have turned over to the defense the large bulk of discovery. We are still awaiting word from the coroner's office that they've completed the autopsy report. As soon as we get it, we will turn it over from the defense as well as any other discovery that comes in.
Thank you. Anything further?
Your Honor, I addressed with the court the issue of the outstanding SCTs. We're asking that those be withdrawn at this time.
And those subpoenas, as referenced by the defense, are withdrawn, ordered withdrawn. Thank you. Anything further?
Thank you.
Thank you.
So she mentioned the SETs.
Copy, as this is a special circumstance.
Why are they still? Okay. All right, here we go. So she, Nick's lawyer just mentioned she wanted to withdraw some SETs. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. Did you just call me? I think I might have. I may have a special guest that can join us. Hi, can I put you on to before the DA? Okay, hang on. Guys, we have I'm going to turn this down just so we don't miss the DA, but we have Mr. Garagos. All right, Mr. Can you talk so we can hear you?
Yes, I can talk so you can hear me if you fill me in.
Okay. Yes. So basically, he just entered a not guilty plea. And he was on camera. He looked, oh wait, hold on. The DA's coming. I'll play this right now. Hang on. All right.
A few brief remarks, and there will be no questions after.
No questions. Okay. Should I call you right back?
Sure.
Okay, we'll call you right back.
Good morning. My name is Nathan Hockman. I'm the District Attorney of Los Angeles County. Joining me here is the prosecutor for the case, Habib Balian. I'll give you a couple different update points. First, the case is on track. We have provided the bulk of discovery to defense counsel, and we are now waiting for the coroner's report. When that is provided to the district attorney's office, it will in turn be provided to defense counsel. The second point, this case is a death penalty eligible case. Along those lines, we take the process in which we determine whether or not the death penalty should be sought extremely seriously, and it goes through a very rigorous process. We will be looking at all aggravating and mitigating circumstances, and we have invited defense counsel to present to us both in writing and orally in a meeting any arguments that they would like to make in consideration for our going forward or not going forward with the death penalty. So that is an ongoing process. We will also, at that point, when we get all this information, it will be subject to not only a rigorous analysis, but many of the most experienced individuals in the DA's office with death penalty experience will be helping me evaluate that information. The third point with dates. Right now, the next date is April 29th for a preliminary hearing setting date. What will happen is that at that date, the judge has said it is 0 of 30 days. That translation, that means that within 30 days of that April 29th date, there will be a preliminary hearing unless additional time is sought by the defense counsel, agreed to by the court, and the defendant agrees to also waive time. One can probably expect that there will be that additional time sought because of the volume of the discovery that will have to be gone through by defense counsel, by the fact that we're still waiting for the coroner's report, and by the fact that if defense counsel wants to seek any additional expert testimony, it will certainly take additional time. So that is the update on this case. Again, as we go through this process, we will provide you with more updates, but thank you very much today. And I won't be answering any questions today. Thank you.
Okay. All right, let's call Garagos back. I'll make this I'll leave it open just for now. Okay. Wow, I cannot believe we saw him. Oh my goodness. That was so wild. Okay, and like I said, I'm holding this very close. Let me know if you guys have trouble.
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay.
I've only got a couple of minutes, but
Yes.
I assume they just entered a not guilty plea.
Yes, just not guilty. There was no by reason of insanity or anything.
Right. That leads me to believe that based on the initial review by the public defender, that there's one of two choices. Either factually they don't believe that they have, that there's enough there on the mental element yet, which is, to me, from the outside, frankly, shocking, or they want to develop now all of the facts before they enter a not guilty by reason of insanity, because that will trigger the appointment of experts to examine him, and they probably want to delay that.
Okay.
My guess.
Okay. I mean, I was just thinking, I had said this before. I was like, if they don't start to open the door to insanity, couldn't the judge be a little pissed about that if we get to April and they're like, well, why are you just... No, okay.
Not this judge. This judge is basically Department 30 acts like a traffic cop. So this case is going to leave there. It's going to go to a different department, and it'll be another judge for the probable cause proceeding.
They said that.
Yeah, and that's standard operating procedure. So my guess is that the public defender is not in a position at this point to want to let their client be examined by a psychiatrist who's basically a proxy for the prosecution. So that's exactly why I think they did it. And that you've got a very able and experienced public defender who is thinking strategically. So I get it. I understand it. I think it's a little surprising, but I completely understand the strategy.
Okay, and so they also said, well, the prosecutor said, you know, we're still waiting on some discovery. We're waiting on the coroner to complete the autopsy report. We'll hand that over. He mentioned they have been handing over some of the discovery to the defense, and then the defense, she said they would like to withdraw any outstanding SETs. I'm like, did I hear that right? Doesn't that mean like a settlement type of thing? Or no?
STT is a subpoena ducis tecum, which is a subpoena for records. So they probably had out a number of STTs for records. They no longer want to pursue that until they get they don't want the records divulged until they get the autopsy, would be my guess. And I would assume that the DA in the courtroom was Habib Balian,
yes,
who is a very honorable man and a very able DA, assistant head deputy of the Major Crimes Unit. So my guess is Habib is doing everything possible to make sure that there are no issues with discovery. Given that, I understand completely what they're doing now. I think it is a little surprising, however. I'm with you.
Yeah. And so she said, I couldn't quite get the name of the judge. Judge Sam, I don't want to say Murda. I don't know if it sounds familiar.
Ota?
What was it?
Ota?
Oh, that could be it. It was something at the end that I couldn't understand her. Ota. Sam Ota.
Could be Judge Sam Ota.
Okay. Okay.
Also a very good judge, a former prosecutor.
Wow. I mean, Mark, you had to see Nick Reiner. It was, I kind of got chills. He did not look okay. He really had the crazy eyes. I feel weird. He kind of smirked a little bit too. Like he had that, like, I gotta go back and rewind it. Like, I feel like he laughed a little bit. It's just so strange.
One of the hallmarks or earmarks of mental illness sometimes is the inappropriateness in the situation. And I don't know that anybody would be appropriate where he's standing, but
yeah,
your observation is, I didn't see it, but your observation tracks with what I would expect.
Right. And one last thing, I do feel like he must be on some kind of different meds. They've done some kind of concoction here, because he does look like, from the photos previously where, you know, Harvey had said, Levin had said, you know, he was gaining weight, he was unhappy. Well, he looks like a rail. He looks like a flagpole at this point. So I would go ahead and guess that they've changed up his meds.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I have no doubt. Good
Yeah.
observation. Thank you, Lauren.
Okay. Thank you, Garagos. I'll talk to you later. Okay. Okay. Bye. Wow. So, okay. So that was surprising. I'm glad I was surprised, and I wasn't about to change my tune. But it does help when somebody who spends so much time inside that courthouse and inside courtrooms in general would tend to agree. So Garagos said that he was surprised, but also he understood. They are not ready. They are not ready at this point to have Nick tested by the prosecutor's expert. They're not there yet. They need more time, and they need more discovery. They need more evidence here. So I mean, I don't know. I kind of want to go back for a second. Do you guys want to go back and just look at Nick? I would like to just study Nick for a hot second, because I was really just surprised to see him on camera, I guess. I was not expecting that. Let's find him. I mean, and yeah, Nathan Hochman, the whole death penalty thing. I mean, he's going to allow for oral arguments as to why or why not, or written arguments as to why or why not. I guess I'm not surprised that he is trying to seek this. Sorry, guys, it's so hard to find. You know what? I should probably just find a whole other clip, I should say. Oh, here we go. All right. All right. I might just stop and start a little bit, because I just really want to get his mannerisms here.
CJC F08098.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kimberly Greene, Deputy Public Defender, on behalf of Mr. Reiner. He's present in court in custody.
Thank you.
Good morning, good evening to the people.
Thank you, and good morning to each of you. Good morning, Mr.
So
Reiner.
many.
And how would you like to proceed at this time, counsel? The court has, and I'll just make a record, the court has, we addressed the request from me.
Oh, there it goes. Look at him. Hold up, you guys. Did you see? Someone just said that. You literally, Robin, you literally just said he smirked and looked down. That is exactly what he just did. Oh my gosh. Okay, so whoever you are, then you can just go. You can, I mean, you don't have to like announce your departure. This isn't an airport. See you later. Okay, that is wild. Good observation, Robin.
Coverage off.
Oh, and now he's got to have his serious face back on as he looks up, because, you know, it's hilarious if you allegedly kill your parents in a horrific way. I mean, I would be smirking. What?
The record, court just orders that there's no live
And then
streaming.
Oh my gosh. Sorry. His eyes.
And no live transport, no live.
I need to take this is a crazy screenshot. I am just like insane.
Transmission and no filming of anyone in the gallery.
We'd like to go forward with the arraignment at this time.
Thank you. And on behalf of Mr. Reiner, do you waive formal reading of the complaint, advisement of rights, including armed forces and veterans' rights, enter a plea of not guilty, denying any and all special allegations, enhancements, and priors?
Yes, Your Honor.
A plea of not guilty is entered on behalf of Mr. Reiner. Counsel's requesting
April 29th as 0:30.
April 29th,
I'm having a hard time.
2026 as a 0 of 30 calendar days.
Yes.
And may I take a waiver from your client at this
Yes,
time?
Your Honor.
Mr. Reiner, you are entitled to a speedy.
Look at him. He is, I don't even know if he knows where he is. I mean, he's staring at the judge. But guys, have you noticed that he kind of appears to be looking through her almost? And I'm not a doctor, obviously. I'm having a hard time here. I'm having a hard time like feeling any sort of empathy for him if he's crazy or not. I just don't. And I know what Garagos just said, that's seemingly someone who is not all there, the smile, the inappropriate reactions. I mean, but this is just ew. This is ugh.
Preliminary hearing, that's a preliminary hearing within 10 court days and 60 calendar days of your arraignment. Your arraignment is today. Do you understand, waive, and give up those rights so that your matter may be continued to April 29th, 2026 as a 0 of 30 calendar days?
Hold on. Did you guys catch
With the understanding that you're
Did you catch the slow blinks? That is also just a sign of sort of being out of it on a couple different drugs. He did like I don't know if you guys caught that. It was just the very, very slow blinks. And girl, Lorraine, they are black. It is alarming.
preliminary hearing may commence within 30 calendar days of April 29th. And does counsel join in that waiver?
I do.
The court finds that Mr. Reiner has made a knowing and intelligent waiver of his right to a speedy preliminary hearing within 10 court days and 60 calendar days, and that his counsel of record joins in that waiver. Defendant agrees that the next court date of April 29th, 2026 is a 0 of 30 calendar days. The matter is assigned to, for all purposes, by the supervising judge of the criminal master calendar. The matter is assigned to, for all purposes, to Judge Sam Oda in Department
Sam
101.
Oda, that's what Mark said.
Counsel reserve on bail?
Yes, Your Honor.
Or it's bail set at no bail. Anything further in this case?
Yes, for the record, Your Honor, people have turned over to the defense the large bulk of discovery. We are still awaiting word from the coroner's office that they've completed the autopsy report. As soon as we get it, we will turn it over from the defense as well as any other discovery that comes in.
Thank you. Anything further?
Your Honor, I addressed with the court the issue of the outstanding SCTs. We're asking that those be withdrawn at this time.
And those subpoenas, as referenced by the defense, are withdrawn, ordered withdrawn.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything further?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. That is all I wanted to see. Again, just because that was so wild. And I'm glad I had heard them say SETs and it actually was SDTs. So I'm glad we clarified that as well. And just to reiterate, the defense wanted to withdraw some previous SDTs, which are subpoenas for documents, electronic records, phone records, medical records, financial records, emails, text, surveillance footage, physical or digital evidence. She wanted to retract any outstanding SDTs because, as Mark explained, they most likely are just not ready for them yet. So that could make sense. They have a lot of work ahead of them here, a lot of work ahead of them. This is not going to be an easy case, although the DA, Nathan Hochman, said it is progressing nicely. I just went over to look at the chat. Like, how does this, I feel like I never drew so many crazy comments before in my old YouTube, Dizzy. You have to, I know, this is so crazy. I'm looking at some of these. I'm like, this is just, everything is very random. I'm sorry about your back, but that's just very strange. So the case is progressing, he says, but again, it's going to take time because they do want to pursue the death penalty. They are going to give Nick Reiner's team an opportunity orally and also to file several motions about why he does not deserve death. I mean, I don't know. I need more. I need more evidence to show me that he's crazy besides him smirking and looking down in court. I mean, I really do. I don't know about you guys, but right now I'm not moved. I'm not moved at all. Yeah, I don't know. But this was definitely very surprising. If you guys have any questions, let me know now. And before we jump off, it is a snow day here on the East Coast. And wait, Robin, yes, I did something on this when he first got arrested about the eyes, the Japanese. I always forget this word, superstition, Japanese superstition on having crazy eyes. So Nick's eyes, the Japanese superstition is if you can see the whites of your eyes underneath your eyeballs, that means you are trouble. That means that you are, you possibly have violent tendencies. They also said, if you have whites, you can see the whites above your eyes, you're also kind of crazy too, which I do. So yay, good for me. I'm a little crazy. Also, Charles Manson had the same eyes as me. I don't know why I'm saying this out loud. It's really nothing I'm proud of. It's actually really embarrassing and weird. When I first learned about it, I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. I don't feel great about this, but oh well. So yes, it is a snow day here on the East Coast. The kids better be at school tomorrow because we had a week off last week. So not that I don't love my family, but I didn't really think that being trapped inside with them today after a family vacation last week would be very good for any of us. But here we are. So yeah. So I'm going to do a little recap as well. So you can head to my X at Conlon_Lauren. And also one of the journalists at LA Mag, who's great, has been on top of this story and doing all of the featured articles, Michelle McPhee. She'll be coming out with something a little bit later as well. But yeah, keep an eye on that stuff. I'm going to have Kanye West updates hopefully soon. I've been texting with Nima Rahmani. I'm like, good luck, but let me know what's going on. Yeah. And so I will have updates on Twitter and on this YouTube page later. If you don't subscribe, we would love to have you subscribe. Los Angeles Magazine videos. I do a daily podcast every day. We have the Two Angry Men podcast housed here as well with Mark Garagos and Harvey Levin, where we're clipping a lot more shorts than TMZ is clipping on their YouTube channel. So if you haven't had time to catch the whole episode, we have tons of shorts that we feel highlight the episodes as well. So yeah, super happy to have you all here. Even the random comments. Look, I don't mind random comments. I just always are like, why is everyone so mean? You guys weren't mean. You were just saying weird things, but that's totally fine. We're little weirdos here, right? All right, Dizzy, thanks again, guys. I'll sleep great tonight after seeing Nick Reiner in court and knowing what he allegedly did. Yeah, bye, Kenny. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here. Factual Lie, Fish Guru, Knowles, Morbid Sunshine, Zakiah. I'm sorry if I mispronounce your names. I'm trying to go through. Unsolved, Hermit Sal, Dizzy, West Virginia Rocker, Robin. Great observations, by the way, Robin. Groovy, S.H. Harding. Yeah, thanks again, guys. Thanks for being here. And I will catch you guys over on X shortly.